In Akihabara, Tokyo's mecca for electronics and otaku culture, lives a young man named Rintaro Okabe. He calls himself a mad scientist and behaves in strange ways, like laughing to himself or talking to imaginary allies on his phone. Despite his eccentric behavior, Okabe is smart, imaginative, and deeply loyal to his friends. Together with his kind childhood friend, Mayuri Shina, and the easygoing yet brilliant hacker Daru Okabe, runs a small group called the Future Gadget Laboratory. Their goal is to invent something amazing, even though most of their gadgets are just for fun. But one day, their experiments accidentally lead to something real, something dangerous. On July 28, 2010, Okabe and Mayuri attend a lecture about time travel. There Okabe briefly meets Kurisu Makis, a young and talented scientist. Soon after, he finds her lying on the ground, covered in blood. Shocked, he sends a message to Daru. But when he looks around, things have changed. Kurisu is alive, and nobody remembers anything strange happening. Okabe soon realizes that the message he sent somehow traveled back in time. From that moment, he becomes the only person who can remember changes between different versions of reality. This ability marks the beginning of a life-changing journey, playing with time. The D-mail? With help from Kurisu, the lab members figure out that their microwave, when connected to a phone, can send short messages into the past. They call this new invention D-mail. Curious and excited, they begin testing it. Each member sends a message to try and change something in their life. For example, Ruka sends a message asking to be born as a girl. Ferris changes the past to bring back her father. Mocha, a quiet and mysterious woman, sends a message related to a rare computer called the IBM 5100. These changes affect everything, even the city of Akihabara itself. Okabe, who remembers each version of reality thanks to his ability called reading Steiner, begins to feel the weight of what they've done. At first, their experiments feel harmless. But soon, the world becomes more unstable. Every choice has consequences. A dangerous enemy CERN. While digging deeper, the team discovers that a powerful research organization called CERN has also been working on time travel. Unlike them, SERN has been using humans in secret experiments with deadly results. The lab finds proof that SERN has noticed their activities. Eventually, CERN acts. Mocha turns out to be working for them. Their lab is attacked, and Mayuri is killed in front of Okabe. Desperate to save her, Okabe uses a new technique, sending his memories back in time to relive the same day. But no matter how many times he tries, Mayuri keeps dying in different ways. The heavy price of reversal, realizing that all the timeline changes must be undone to save Mayuri. Okabe begins reversing each D-mail. This means asking his friends to give up the changes they made. Ruka becomes a boy again. Ferris gives up her wish to be with her father. These moments are painful for everyone involved. But when it comes to Mocha, things become even more dangerous. Okabe has to confront her to take back her phone. After doing so, the world shifts toward a timeline where Mayuri survives. However, another tragedy waits. In this new world, Kurisu dies. Okabe now faces an impossible choice: save Kurisu or save Mayuri. Both cannot live in the same timeline. One last chance. A risky plan. Time traveler Suzuha Ame reveals that Kurisu's death is the event that prevents a future world war. If she lives, the world will be destroyed by conflict. Okabe tries and fails to save her until he receives a message from his future self. The message describes a new plan. Fake Kurisu's death in a way that convinces the world she died, even though she survives. Okabe stages the scene. With Kurisu's help, he creates the illusion of her death. He gets injured in the process but succeeds. The world shifts into a new timeline, better one. Okabe wakes up in a hospital. This time, everything is different. Mayuri is safe. Kurisu is alive. The future is not ruled by CERN, and there is no world war. This new reality is called the Steins Gate World Line. Back in the lab, life returns to normal. Daru is building gadgets. Mayuri is making cosplay costumes. Okabe plays the mad scientist again, but he's changed. He no longer hides behind his silliness. He's stronger now, more mature. One day, Okabe meets Kurisu again. She doesn't remember their journey, but when they talk, something stirs inside her. There's a sense of connection, like their hearts remember, even if their minds don't. In this timeline, their story begins again full of hope, free from fate's control.